friends. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast, the daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures from each and every day right here in the Impact Power Sports Studio. Impact Power Sports online at impactpowersportsmi.com. They're in Rockford, Michigan. Go and see them when you are shopping for a golf cart. They have the two top brands in the entire industry. Easy Go, powered by propane, and Yamaha, powered by gas. Not to mention side-by-sides, ATVs, UTVs, motorcycles, e-bikes, scooters, go-karts. They have it all at Impact Power Sports in Rockford, Michigan. Go see them. They're along 14 Mile Road. Stay for the popcorn. Massively sidetracked today. When I say the Friday shows are 9 a.m.-ish, Jeremy says, yeah, heavy on the ish today, without a doubt. And, yeah, it's kind of interesting because, well, it's not even the slightest bit interesting. Stand by. Bruce was like, okay, hey, I want to eat now. He doesn't eat with the rest of the dogs. He eats when he wants to eat. I'm over here minding my own business, trying to get my show in order of what I want to talk about today. And he's standing at my feet, whining. And he wants to go eat. Now, it doesn't take him 40 minutes to eat. That's not entirely true about why I'm late. Chris says, I'm running to a meeting, but just I wanted to say that yesterday's Ben and Eric was an all-timer. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. We always have fun on the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. It's a good group of people hanging out in the live Zoom. You can be part of that on Patreon. What I'm doing right now, this minute, on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, you know, that is all free. That's part of the free broadcasting that I do each and every day, powered by sponsors. Then I do the Patreon, which is more podcasting each and every day of the week. I owe you this because being that I am the guy who demands accountability when it comes to the Fat-a-thon. Excuse me, I don't know what my deal is. I got like this raspy throat. I got to clear it again, but I'll remember to turn my mic back on. Damn it. What was I talking about? I don't remember. I started talking about the show yesterday. Was that it? It was like 3 seconds ago. I already forgot what I was talking about. The Magical Misfit says, what the fuck is up? Love the dogs in the back all the time. Yeah. I know it. They're fantastic. David says, you don't just leave food in the bowl so they can eat when they want? No, not at all. Never. Stevie says, easy, you were talking about Fat-a-thon accountability. So I was bragging yesterday about I've been eating clean, been doing okay. And so I sat down to do Big Fraud Thursday, and I had my protein smoothie. And then I thought that was it. I don't need another thing for the rest of the day. And then, sure enough, we get done with yesterday's Big Fraud Thursday, and I'm like, I'm starving. I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat. Like, I am going down there, and I'm not even going to attempt to not eat like an asshole. This is happening. I said to myself, okay, you're going downstairs to eat like an asshole. You've been you've been following the rules for 3-4 days. You're going down there. You're going to fuck shit up. You're going to eat. And you're going to go on a feeding frenzy. And then you're going to bottle that up and throw it away. And then you're going to do excellent for another long spell of time. It's when you do consecutive days, I think. Like Amanda was in here on Big Fraud Thursday, and she kind of like said, yeah, I'm doing okay. But she has said that for the last few weeks. And last week, she was the number one loser of weight. She got a star on the blubber for her performance in last week's Fatathon weigh-in. So it kind of sounds like I'm trying to justify this. I am. I absolutely am. I went ahead after the show, and I got some of that cheese that Pooh Bear buys that is like flavored with horseradish, Schuler's, and it's like orange. And then you got to go with the wheat thins. And you kind of scoop up the cheese onto it. Oh, my God. I was doing like, you couldn't even see cracker. There was so much cheese on each one of these. Then I raided the NFK's frozen Jimmy Dean stash. One of those sausage, egg, and cheese croissants, and threw it in the microwave for about a minute 10. That disappeared. Not done. Not even close. Wandered over to the cereal section of the store, and Pooh Bear bought a box of Apple Jacks. And I go, oh, my God, I haven't had Apple Jacks since Nam. Oh, my God. And it was so full. I was the first one to open it. Fresh Apple Jacks. Ripped through 3 bowls of Apple Jacks. I'm pretty sure I more than doubled my calorie consumption in that feeding frenzy there than I had the whole day. So, and that was it. Time for bed. Brush teeth, go to bed. Completely destructive. Amanda says, I bought some bariatric-friendly desserts. Okay, but I've been binging on them. All right. Yeah. Okay. So you like, I think you said you bought some keto cookie dough and then you ate all of it. So I know how it is. You fuck up, but the key is don't fuck up for too long. Like I had a bad fuck up yesterday, but I'm so glad I did it. It was delicious. But today, on the wagon. Doing okay. Fasting right now. Now, since I ate so late last night after the Big Fraud Thursday, I am going to now fast. I got to put in 16 hours minimum. Minimum 16 hours. So, I think I finished that up at, I take it back, like 8:30, 9. Well, it was probably about 9. So I've got till about 1 p.m. before I can eat anything. So we will reconvene. We'll kick off the Monday show with you 4 fat all-stars weighing in. Jeremy, Amanda, Rebecca, Nikki. If you're thinking about joining us on Fatathon, you can put in an application with me. If you are accepted into the program, there's a few parameters that you have to follow through on. You have to be revealing your weight. Like Linda here, she wants to be in the Fatathon, but she can't handle the scrutiny. So she says, I'm not telling you or anyone my weight, which, I mean, I know how much you weigh. You're taller than me. All right? I know exactly how much you weigh. Just by looking at you, I know your weight. So I don't know what the problem is. Kuipers says after his vacation, he might have to join. Yeah, and you're young, Kuipers, you know? Linda says, no, you don't know my weight, and no, I am not. I do too. You're 300 pounds. Everybody knows that. I'm kidding. Sound like Freebird. I'm just kidding. Maureen says she is not taller than you. I think she is. Everybody who isn't taller than me. I'm 5'7.5", and I'm shrinking more. By the time I'm my dad's age, I'll probably be about 4'6". All right. Yesterday was the big hockey game okay, Linda's 5'4". Sorry. Molly says she's 4'11". Pooh Bear is 4'11" too. The USA taking on Canada. The stage is set. As Cole asks, how is your dad doing? My dad is doing good. He is in solid health. He shrugged off COVID like nobody's business. And he still has his senses. He can still talk, still walk. He can still think. Honestly, you wouldn't even notice anything different about him. I guess you have to live with him. So, Canada, U.S. Canada wins this one. Some guy named Connor McDavid scores the game-winning goal. I actually know who that is. He's a fantastic player. I think he plays for Edmonton. He scored a game-winning goal in overtime for Canada. Canada wins the game 3-2 over the U.S. Game was played in Boston. This whole rivalry began because of Donald Trump. If it weren't for Trump, all right, no one would have given a shit about the four nations. It would have been just the hockey crowd who cared. U.S. wins the first game, and in that game, there's 3 fights in the first 9 seconds. This all after Canada has been booing the U.S. anthem. Everybody's been pissed off about that. Fuck you, Canada. We're going to kick your ass. So this is great. I mean, Trump made this must-watch TV. And what a game last night. And this was an all-timer. Back and forth, and then Canada wins it. The place goes fucking nuts. There was a lot of Canadian fans there. Before the game, they sang the Canadian anthem. There was very little booing. You know, I guess Americans didn't really think it was that big of a deal. And then when they did the Star Spangled Banner, the crowd was way into it. They were all singing it at the same time. It was like, oh, my God, this is fucking awesome. We're going to kick their ass. Land of the free, home of the brave. And everybody there loves Trump. Most of the athletes love Trump. I would say all of the athletes love Trump. In fact, if you're an American athlete, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, it doesn't matter what. They all love Trump. Now, you know, you got to understand most athletes, these aren't the brightest bulbs. These are stupid people that are playing these games and that's why we idolize. That's why we idolize them. Stupid people making a ton of money leading our sports teams. Go sports. Dumbass athletes love Trump. I posted this on Facebook. Donald Trump calls Team USA before the Four Nations final. In no way is this AI. In fact, this is described as not AI Trump. Calling Team USA.
Talk to the guys if they're around.
Yeah, they are. I'm going to walk into the locker room right now, and you can speak to the guys firsthand. Mr. President, can you hear me?
I can.
You motherfuckers better listen up. And you better listen up well. This isn't just a hockey game. It's more than that. I want to see you guys go out there and fucking destroy the Canadians. Those wimpy communist bastards are a joke of a country. I want to make them the 51st state, and beating them tonight is the first step. So if you love America, you'll go out there and get the job done. Don't you dare fucking disappoint me.
I can tell you honestly, every person in here, players, staff, management, coaches, we are all proud Americans, and we want to represent our country the best way we can and do our best to bring in a win tonight. Thank you again on behalf of everybody.
You just go out and have a good time. You're going to win. And we love America. And we love you guys. We'll be watching tonight. Bring it on.
Thank you.
There you go. Big round of applause.
Go to the guys.
And the players love them. Players love them. Not AI winning goalie Jordan Binnington. After the Canadians beat the U.S., Binnington played out of his mind.
Everyone fucking disrespected Jordan Binnington before tonight. The entire world said I was the worst goaltender in this tournament. The Canadian fans were demanding that Coach Cooper pull me for the finals. And even Connor McDavid said I couldn't stop a beach ball and that I'm a worse goaltender than Stuart Skinner. When the haters don't believe in Binner, Binner believes in himself. And with that performance tonight, I officially shoved it up everyone's ass. Absolutely stood on my head in overtime. Nobody could score on me, not even that fucking balding wetback, Austin Matthews. The guy's a choker. He choked in Toronto. That's why he ain't got no ring. And he choked against me tonight. Anyways, repeat after me. Binner is a winner. Don't forget that.
There you go. That's winning goalie Jordan Binnington. Wow. Jeremy says you cannot edit audio. This is all 100% real. I also have a clip of Connor McDavid, who scored the game-winning goal for Canada. This is not AI.
I know Donald Trump was watching tonight, and I bet his little 2-inch pecker fucking exploded as I buried that absolutely filthy top-shelf snipe in overtime. The Americans didn't respect us. They never have. They said we should become the 51st state, and they thought they'd walk all over us tonight after they won that lucky round robin game. But they thought wrong. In the end, everyone bows their head to the Lord. And that Lord, the one true God of hockey, is Team fucking Canada. In overtime, Connor McJesus baptized those Yankee bastards. This was no miracle on ice, just a fucking nightmare that Team USA will never forget. America, your souls belong to me now. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.
Okay. Wow. That's what you love about hockey, the frankness of those players. Their ability to just kind of, I think they're better in their press conferences. And how about Trump there? Saying to the Americans, you better fucking beat the Canadians. 3 not AI clips there, pulled directly from the events leading up to and after the game, as Canada now tops of the hockey world. My God. All right. So we're off and running on this edition of the Eric Zane Show podcast. So glad you were here. Got a busy weekend. I got a phone call today from my friends at WLAV. And I was asked off of the air, is the word retard back? Because I guess Elon Musk said it in a tweet when talking to some guy, some astronaut or some shit. I'll get to that in a second. And I'm like, well, honestly, I am the wrong person. You don't want to base your decision as to what words you're going to use based on me. That is that's a bad move. I have very little restrictions as to the things that can cross my lips here on this podcast. I've never really thought that was that big of a deal. Now, I say that word in front of Pooh Bear. She gets super pissed at me, so then I try not to use it. Ben says the word is back. It's been around in comedy this whole time in sets and podcasts. That's true. People say it all the time. So, Elon says it, but I'm not going to base it on Elon. I mean, I've said it on my show. And I think that there's a South Park bit about that I think puts it into, let's see. South Park use of word F rhymes with bag. Was it F rhymes with bag, or was it? Yeah, it was. They explained. Stan
Ashley's
explains the F word. He was like being grilled on Congress about that word. Now, I don't necessarily want to use that word at all. Stan may use it on the show, but I'm not Stan. I'm still not going to use that word. All right? I think that one can get me in a whole lot of trouble. So I cannot support what Stan is saying here. However, Stan's point of view about this word, I think applies to what we do with the R word. All right, here we go.
Driving in your car, okay? And you're waiting to make a left at a traffic signal. The light turns yellow, should be your turn to go. And even when the light turns red, a guy in a BMW runs the red light so you can't make your left.
All right, this is a horrible version of this. I'm not even going to play it. Forget that I even talked about this. It's a bad idea. All right. Anyway, I want to get into this thing about Elon. Elon's he got into a war with astronaut Andreas Morgensen. Idiot, retarded. Elon Musk slams astronaut who calls out his Sunita Williams lie. Danish astronaut Andreas Morgensen called Elon a liar after he recently claimed in a Fox interview that NASA scientists Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore's return from space had been delayed because of political reasons. So he's been saying, like, they should have come back a long time ago, and because of political reasons, something to do with Trump or whatever, they've been kept up there. They were only supposed to be up there 8 days. I actually have that moment that it was being discussed. Elon was on